Hey guys, and welcome to Tnashi's Movie Corner. So, for today's video, I wanted to discuss the trailers that have come out. Because I don't know if I gave all my thoughts on them or not. So, we're going to go all the way back to Comic-Con to talk about them. And I'm going to try to keep it a little brief. I'm not going to get into it too much. This isn't a reaction video or anything like that. This is just some quick thoughts on it. So, first, let's start with DC. It's easy one to start with. The Justice League footage wasn't really a trailer; it was footage, but I enjoyed it. I liked the kind of the song beat that was going in it. I like the humor tone to it, and we're setting up, the Justice League here. You see Batman going around trying to introduce them. There may be some conflict. Aquaman is terrifying, so hopefully that'll already shift people's perspective of his character. Had some funny one-liners, both with Flash and with Wonder Woman. That's always nice to see. This looks like a different Batman, a different Bruce than what we had in Batman v Superman. So we're starting to see him change and become more like the Batman I think that we're accustomed to than the one that was broken down in that movie. So that's really cool. Visually, there's some nice shots. There's not too much. We didn't see a villain showcase, just hinted at, as far as Darkseid is concerned. So we'll probably, hear mention of him in it, but I doubt he'll actually be in the movie. But it just seems like it's going to be a little different from what we had from BVS, and I enjoyed BVS, but it was a darker tone, and this seems like it'll have darker elements to it, but it's also going to have some comedy in it. So hopefully the people that didn't like it, BVS or Man of Steel, for those reasons, will enjoy this one. But we'll have to see how it fleshes out. Moving on to Wonder Woman, really enjoyed it. Visually stunning. There's some really good shots in it. Slow motion was used a bit, but I think effectively. Got to see Wonder Woman in action, and again there was some one-liners here or there, but really it was how the action played out that was very interesting, with the lasso and the shield, and breaking the gun on her back or whatever. And I think I don't know how she says her name, but Gal Gadot, I think she has already won me over as Wonder Woman. I think she did that with BVS and the lines that she had and her presence, and I think she just sealed the deal with this trailer. Looks absolutely amazing. Can't wait to see this movie. So very much looking forward to that, more than the Justice League one, if I'm being honest. But moving on from there was a Doctor Strange trailer as well, second trailer for that. It looked fine. There was a joke at the end. There were some nice visual shots, more Inception-like feeling. I know a lot of people are saying that, but it did feel like Inception, and I don't really foresee that as being a bad thing. It's just a thing. So, this is one of those movies where I think it's gonna be a good movie. I don't know how big of a hit it will or won't be. That's hard to say, because you do have a property. It's a different property than what regular moviegoers are accustomed to. They don't really know what's going on, but it's a Marvel movie, and that has kind of guaranteed a lot of box office in the past for other movies. So I don't know. Definitely something I'm looking forward to seeing, although it'll be interesting because it's introducing magic now into this world, and that just opens up the doors in a way, but it also brings things that have to be dealt with later on. So I don't know. We'll see how that works. I have not seen really the Hulk, Thor Ragnarok. I haven't seen much of that. There was an image or so that came out at one point. I'm very curious on that. They are going to use elements of Planet Hulk in the movie, and I know a lot of people have wanted to see that, myself included, so we'll just have to see. Although it doesn't look like it might not be that much screen time for that, so I don't know. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them had another trailer come out as well. I highly enjoyed that trailer. The teaser itself didn't do much for me. The teaser came out last year. There just wasn't anything there to really get me on board. But the last trailer that I saw, I think that worked really well. And it takes you back into that type of world, and the world itself is fascinating. So I enjoy being brought back on. You've got the same person back as director that directed a lot of the other Harry Potter movies. You've obviously, got the writer of the Harry Potter books and Fantastic Beasts books doing the screenplay or whatever. So it definitely looks and feels like the world. The music helps, but it definitely looks and feels like the world. And I'm wanting to see this movie, and it might already be a trilogy they might be working on. So that's interesting to me. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, Resident Evil. Let's talk about that. So, the final chapter, a lot of people seem to think it's not going to be the final chapter. They're under the implication, I guess, that the other movies had said they were going to be the final one. I don't remember anything like that being said. So as far as I'm concerned, it's the final chapter. It's the final movie until I hear otherwise, at least for Alice's story, which we've been following. And I've said up front, I actually enjoy those movies. I'll get into, I think I haven't done a review yet. I'll get into an actual review of the series probably in October, but I enjoy those movies. They're fun movies. They're not deep and overly complicated. I associate them more like the Fast and Furious franchise. Yes, it's over the top. Yes, it's ridiculous, and the characters there's not a lot built into them or whatever, but there's a nice action pieces going. There's, you got good music sometimes. Some characters may be nice to look at. It's just an entertaining movie, and I have fun with it. So I'm looking forward to this one. It's coming out in January, but I think this trailer is horrible. I think the trailer is garbage, and it's not the images themselves as much as it's the quick cuts that it does to fit with the song, which is Paradise City, which I like the song Paradise City, and I don't mind that it was incorporated in this, and I don't think the song itself was ruined because of the trailer. But what I think is the trailer itself was ruined because of the song, because they're trying to make everything match up, so they're doing all these cuts really quick, and it's hard to focus on anything that's happening. In fact, I recommend you guys go watch the international trailer, which forgoes the song and has some different clips, both reused from the other movies as well as new clips from this coming out movie. And I think it just flows better. It has more of a story presence to it. I think overall it works better for me. So I recommend that one. So I had that too. Got that done. Let's see. Am I missing anything? I feel like I'm missing something major. Oh yeah, Rogue One. Rogue One had a trailer drop at the Olympics event. I didn't watch that, but I did watch it online. So I did get to see it. And I've told you guys before, I'm looking forward to Rogue One. Thoughts aside on any of the previous Star Wars movies, this one looks like it's going to be good. It has some characters they brought back, a character they brought back rather from the Clone Wars TV series. I love that they did that. It opens up the door for more characters to possibly be able to do that in the future, as well as just providing kind of closure for this character, giving him an arc, and involving him more in the universe. I love the whole idea of that. But visually, this movie looked absolutely stunning. I was surprised. I think it was shot with the same film as The Revenant. I think I heard something about that, so that would explain why it looks as good as it does. The mission I already knew. We just see more of that, they convey that a little more. We get a little more character moments for these, different characters that are going to be involved in this mission. There's a new droid around, which was like, okay, kind of like C-3PO, but bully version. I don't know. Um, but it just, and it had this, it did feel like it had a darker tone. I hope they stick to that, but it did feel like it had a darker kind of war tone to it, but with some lighter elements here or there, some jokes here or there, which is fine. Then you had Vader show up at the very end of the trailer, and I know a lot of people I saw went nuts on that moment. I did not. Maybe because I already knew he was going to be in the movie, or maybe because he didn't. He just showed him looking. You know, like you just saw the back of him. You heard the breathing. That was it. That doesn't get me excited to see Vader. I want to see Vader in action. I want to see him doing something. So I was actually a little let down by that. Yeah, I knew he was going to be in the movie. He had to be in the movie. But I wanted, like, even if we saw a battle going on, which the only real battle I've seen, by the way, is the one with the AT-ATs. So I'm not really sure if there's going to be more than one battle scene or not. That's the only one I recall offhand. But if we see the rebels fighting, and then we see Vader at like the front of the army, say, right, the front of the stormtroopers walking, puts his hand down, and you see the lightsaber ignite, right? That's all you see. Him on the battlefield like that, I would have lost my freaking mind. I would have gone nuts. I might have passed out, gone into a coma, been on such a Star Wars rush, that it got to me or something. That would have been so much cooler to me than what we got. We just kind of got, he's Vader, he's there. I mean, yeah, the idea of Vader being in another movie, I'm okay with, I'm on board with. But that being said, he didn't do anything, and I already knew he was going to be in this movie because he had to be in this movie. So, aside from that, though, I enjoyed the trailer. I thought the trailer was really well done. It's only the second trailer out, and we're only a few months away now from the movie coming out. So, I'm sure they're going to drop another trailer. I don't need too much spoiler things to happen. Tends to happen no matter the movie. There tends to be too much. Even with, say, Force Awakens, which was kept under wraps until November, and then there was like so many TV spots coming out and other international trailers and everything else. And unfortunately, when you watch some stuff like I do about movies and topics like that, you're gonna get stuff kind of thrown in your face on it. So even if you don't watch it, you're gonna hear about it. So you just got to be careful not to do that. I don't want to see that. BVS had the same problem with one of its trailers. Just, come on, guys. Don't show me too much. But anyway, yeah, is that all the trailers? Is that everything? That's... honestly, that's everything I can think of. I don't know if I talked about Rebels or not. I have not seen season 2 yet, but I did see the trailer for season 3. Getting Grand Admiral Thrawn in season 3 is amazing. For those of you that, if you don't know the books, there is an actual Thrawn book. By the way, there's an Ahsoka book too that's coming out. They're both coming out next year, so I'm definitely getting on board with that. You got the original writer for the Thrawn novels coming back to write this novel, which will be canon, so I appreciate that. But Thrawn's such a good character, such a strong character villain for them, that I'm not even sure how this series can do it justice. I'm just basing it off season 1, which was a little disappointing. So hopefully season 2 is better, and that gets released out in August. August, late this month rather. So hopefully I can get my hands on that and see if season 2 works well enough. But I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely looking forward to Thrawn. I just hope he doesn't disappoint me. It's hard with expectations being what they are, because he's such a good character. But what I saw of him so far with the trailer and everything, I it looks like they're gonna do him justice, do his character justice. You're already seeing some of what makes him a really cool character, or some like just how he looks at things. So really looking forward to that too. I'm sure there's other trailers out there, but I think those are probably the main ones. Go ahead and let me know in the comments if I missed one, and I'll try to share my thoughts on it. But anyway, so yeah, that's everything that I could think of. Hopefully you enjoy this. Tell me your thoughts on the trailers. Like I said, I know it's been a while. I've been backed up. There's been stuff that happened, other reviews I had to do. I just hadn't gotten to it. So go and let me know as far as what you're looking forward to, what trailers worked or what didn't. I just thought of one right off, King Kong. Really quick, King Kong looks good from what I've seen. Got some, good actors and actresses in it. Kong himself, huge. I don't know how he is in terms of scale to Godzilla, because I know that battle is going to happen. But we don't even know that this is the Kong, or if there's another Kong, or what's going to happen with this movie. So from what I've seen, very interested. And I look forward to seeing more with this movie. I actually liked Peter Jackson's King Kong. I know some people thought it was too long, and there's some ridiculous moments in it, like with the dinosaur stampede and everything. But overall, I enjoyed the movie, and Andy Serkis, of course, delivered like he always does, pulling off being Kong in that movie. So maybe that's why I'm partial to it. But yeah, like I said, okay, so I believe that's it. Maybe not. Go and let me know in the comments. Hopefully you enjoyed this vid. Click that like button, share, subscribe to my channel, and watch my other vids. I do appreciate it. And until next time, peace.